Auzubillahiminash-shaytanir-rajeem. Bismillahir-rahmanir-rahim. Assalamualaikum. Ji ayanu pakhairagale ni hao chunashumme washmale. Ohio Gonzalez, Guten Morgen, hola, bonjour, privyet, kaifa hal? Hale shumat chatore, ahlan wa sahlan, marhaba. Buna, mucho gracias, swami, balli kare aaya, hoj gal de nanayo sayo, khuyamora, chivato, chi haljot, kalimera. Khairutan and a very warm welcome to everybody who's tuned into BTV World and a watching World this morning. Alongside my very well-learned colleague who happens to be Ms. Hajo Satti, I happen to be Shahzad Hasan Khan, and we hope and pray that everybody out there is enjoying the December winters, and not just that, the wedding season over here in Pakistan. But first things first, hello Hajra, assalamu alaikum, how are you feeling today?
Walaikum assalam, thank you so much, Jazakallah khair, for introducing me. Like Shahzad mentioned that this year is about to end and it's all just on the horizon. The new year we see 2024 is on the horizon. So Shahzad, I don't have that much knowledge of the numerology, but 2024, if you sum it up, it ends up into the number 8. And number 8 represents, especially in the numerology, the year in which you go for the self-reflection, in which you go for deep into inner yourself and you introspect. So what happens, right? And 2023, if you end up into numerology, it ends up into the 7. So this year, or 7 is the number which has a great spiritual significance. So in different religion, you will see, for example, in Islam, it is said that Allah has made 7 skies and 7 heavens and 7
earths. Tawaf as well, you know, we have to go 7 times round.
Yes, exactly. So 7 has a very spiritual significance in different religions. So as far as the 2023 as it's ending, you know, how was so far this year for you, and do you believe that 2024 will be for more self-introspection or for
well, you know, so I certainly have nothing to believe in numbers and whatnot, no matter what happens, even though that, you know, people will always have their favorite numbers, just like my father, you know. So my father has always loved number 1.
Why?
You know, so may it be 10, he considers it 1 as well. I don't know, you know, he thinks that, you know, this is his number, but I've never ever been a numbers guy. I've met a lot of people, you know, who have happen to be numerologists as well, and you know, whenever they kind of sat down with me and they were like, okay, beta, do you want me to kind of look into you? I was like, no, I don't need it. You know, so when maybe talk about introspection and retrospection and whatnot, looking into your own self and reflecting upon yourself, I think it's an everyday process for anybody who's career oriented, who's family oriented, you know, who look after
who's
things,
a human
who's
in general.
Yeah, who's a responsible guy in general. You know, I think they will be looking after all of these things as well. So for me, numbers really do not matter, because I guess that the only thing which can change your taqdeer, ladies and gentlemen, happens to be prayers. So any single day, maybe 24, 25, 26, 27, if your prayers are being accepted by Allah Almighty, ladies and gentlemen, anything can change and anything can fall right in your feet as well. So pretty much, I think, rather than numbers, make sure that you put your effort in praying to Allah Almighty. Let's do this.
And I do believe that everyone who is praying, their prayers are accepted. If they are not being accepted, if you find that there is a delay or takhir in it, so takhir means a khair in it, right? So Allah is making things better for you. So never lose hope, because you are asking something from someone who loves you more than 70 times your mom, right? So the unconditional love comes from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
And in addition to this, imagine, so, you know, you keep on praying for something that you actually need in life. What happens is that, you know, that even angels go to Allah Almighty and angels say, Allah, please bestow upon him whatever he or she is asking for. And then Allah is like that, you know, I like the way that he's asking from me. So, you know, and whenever you pray, ladies and gentlemen, it's not that your prayers are not accepted. There are 3 different ways of how prayers are being accepted. 1, you're given what you have actually wanted. 2, you will be given which will be better for you rather than what you're asking in your prayers. And number 3, that your prayer is kept and it will be rewarded by Allah Almighty on the Day of Judgment as well. So, you know, always make sure that you know this fact, that your prayers are always answered. And with that, you know, there's this, I mean, are prayers only for humans? I guess.
No, not at all, not at all. They are for everyone, because every individual, every being, every existence serves a purpose in this universe. Because as Iqbal says, nahi koi shay ne kami is zamane mein, koi bura nahi kudrat ke karkhane mein, right? So there's a very cute chicken, that too in the Washington DC, I guess, and it's called Nubs. And Nubs had some, she was missing a toe because there was a scaly disease that had eaten her what do you call the toes, and people had sent him 60 pairs of tiny shoes, right? And it has and it has gone viral on the TikTok because it's looking very cute. And obviously the owner tucked the Nubs feet inside the slipper. and she held a meal in front of us. She wanted to entice her to walk, and she started walking. And you can see that
she's jogging now.
Yeah. And she's wearing a very cute rainbow-colored shoes or smittens or whatever you call it. But the hen in itself is a very cute little sweet thing, and it has gone viral on the TikTok. And this is I think the power of the social media, right? The things can go viral in a day or so, and from the overnight you become a massive celebrity. So Nubs is a huge celebrity.
Yeah, and not just that. I believe that, I would love to kind of thank all of those individuals who actually took out time for Nubs and, kind of
Nubs for president,
sent a pairs of shoes, and that to 60. I don't think any billionaire would have 60 pairs of shoes as well at their place. So Nubs, I think now it's time for you to get back to your fitness regime. I think that you've been sitting down and eating your food, and now it's time
it's perfectly matching her, the body color and what do you call it, the crown, the red crown.
And kind of just move around. And for everybody who's out there, because we go out in more than 40 countries, ladies and gentlemen, if, unfortunately the hen didn't exist, I don't think that Pakistanis are going to be happy too as well, because every day what we eat, anda, that's what we want to eat. And I think ever since growing up in a very modest household, you certainly do not have the luxury of having too many eggs.
That's true.
जितनी भी महंगी चीजें हो माशाल्लाह खाने की, वो गर्म होती हैं. असल में वो हमारे घरों में बताया जाता है कि इसकी तासीर बड़ी गर्म है. May it be cashew nut, may it be chilgozas, so may it be eggs and whatnot.
Right.
So always beta naksir aa jayegi and all of that. Your blood's gonna come out of the nose. So for all those children who are out there, please don't listen to that. That's not real. Okay, make sure that you give it your own research. And now, but where we're talking about all of this chicken and what happened, so it's all about 2023.
Yes.
We're just gonna refresh ourselves. It's like F5, you press it, refresh. There you go.
True.
So, ladies and gentlemen, what we've done is that today we've actually gathered people from different walks of life.
Yes.
One, obviously, we will be talking about how we really need to kind of be motivated. How, for example, if you believe in numbers, that's your choice. I'm not saying that you cannot. Right. How people who believe in numbers can certainly kind of make their mind with number 8 now from number 7, because it's transitioning. And then people, who actually had goals, or who have goals and who want to be at a bigger place where from there at the moment, I think we will be in conversation with them, talking about with them, and we will be bidding farewell to this New Year's by kind of singing a few songs as well today. Wow, it's going to be a great morning over here in the PT World Studios. So without any further ado, why don't you do the honors?
Okay, so we're very glad that we have been joined by Miss Nausheen Paracha. She's an educationist and also happens to be a motivational speaker. Assalamu alaikum, Miss Nausheen, and thank you so much for coming to our show.
Good morning, how are you?
Thank you so much, Shahzad. You have very high energy, and it gives us a motivation towards towards the new year.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And my energy is not just limited to New Year's. It's like an everyday thing. We give it our best. Ever since that red light goes on the camera, we are like, let's go. Let's start racing.
Right,
and alongside her, ladies and gentlemen, we're very lucky that we've actually been joined by somebody who wants to be a singer. She's actually started her singing career by singing covers, and she certainly wants to be one of those iconic figures over here in the country and all over the globe, where everybody's mesmerized by her vocals. We're very lucky that we've been joined by Miss Raina Khan. Hello, assalamu alaikum. Good morning. How are you?
Walaikum salam. I'm good. How
Thank
are
you so much for joining us. Wonderful to have you over here.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
That's wonderful. And I think we have been joined by another very amazing singer, because we really want to listen to some amazing melodies in the studio, right? So, without any further ado, we are very glad that we have been joined by Adil Lateef, who happens to be a singer, as we talked about before. Assalamu alaikum, Adil, and thank you so much for coming.
Walaikum assalam. Thank you so much for having me once again. Thanks to both of you.
That's
Thank you so much for joining us. Wonderful to have you over here. So it's your choice. So do you want to kind of wrap up this year by singing a song, or do you want to kind of talk first and then sing a song? Whatever your choice is. Adil, what about you?
Okay,
Well,
so
let's get started.
Let's
get started with singing, ladies and gentlemen. So it's going to be Adil on the mic right now, and let's see what he has for all our viewers who are out there. Let's get started.
Okay, I do have original released, but abhi cover karte hain, and then after that I...
All right,
Okay,
we'll
sure,
do that.
definitely.
Why not?
Well, you only need the light when it's burning low. Only miss the sun when it starts to snow. Only know you love her when you let her go. Only know you've been high when you're feeling low. Only hate the road when you're missing home. Only know you love her when you let her go. And you let her go. Staring at the bottom of your glass, hoping one day you'll make your dream last. But dreams come slow and it goes so fast. You see when you close your eyes, maybe one day you'll understand why everything you touch surely dies. When you only need the light when it's burning low, only miss the sun when it starts to snow. Only know you love her when you let her go. Only know you've been high when you're feeling low. Only hate the road when you're missing home. Only know you love her when you let her go. Well, you only need the light when it's burning low. Only miss the sun when it starts to snow. Only know you love her when you let her go.
Wow, that was fantastic. What a great start, ladies and gentlemen, to this morning over here. Just because of Adil's mesmerizing vocals and the way he sang and the kind of, I think it was sort of a mashup sort of a song.
I think it has a very symbolic significance to this year because which is ending, and it was I think the line that sprang up for me was "Let it go," right? So letting go of lot of your pain, letting go of lots of things, lots of negativities, lots of situations that you face.
Okay.
Don't let that go, of course.
Let it come.
Yes. So it has a huge significance to it. So Miss Nausheen, so far, how far this year has been for you, and what did you learn in this year that you would like to carry in the next year?
2023 was actually the clarity of my goals,
Wow.
which I feel about it.
That's wonderful.
Because in a whole 2022, it was a learning year, and in 2023, I was
So what sort of goals did you-
continuously, I was worried about myself, that what I really want to work on my growth.
Yeah.
So 2023 it was the year of clarity.
So now you've understood it, you've got it all.
I am focused, understood, ready for 2024.
Wow, that's
And
wonderful.
the energy of 2024, I'm literally feeling that that will be my year.
Yeah,
That's wonderful. And we're going to kind of explore it as well. So, Raina, what about you? Alhamdulillah, you got great life ahead of you as well. You're very young, you're very talented as well. But how was your 2023?
I have to say 2023 was quite tough for me.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, but I think like with all the lessons and all the people who have hurt me in 2023, I learned a lot.
So
and
you're
I
too
think
young, how can somebody even hurt you as of now?
it works.
That's surprising.
And I think in 2024, it's really gonna be my year because I learned a lot. I learned
Really?
a lot of lessons.
Wow, that's wonderful. Adil, what about you? How are you going to sum it up? Because we have got a fun segment coming up. Please go ahead.
Yeah, well, 2023 was for me, it was a very good year. I've been able to release my first song finally. It was recorded 2 years back, and I wasn't being able to release it due to some personal reasons, due to some family things. And like this year, I've been able to release this one and work on some of my
So
other.
this year you've been able to do whatever you wanted to do in your life.
I
Professionally,
was
you did
able
it.
to do so many things, not just music, but apart from that, so many other things. So it was a good year for me, and looking forward to 24, I think it's going to be really amazing, inshallah.
Inshallah. And that's how you really need to feel about it. So, to kind of sum up your new 2023, we've got a couple of questions. You've got to be quick with your answers. And then, we will eventually realize how our year was. All right? So, 3 words to describe your year, 2023.
Okay, growth,
Growth,
learning,
learning,
and clarity.
What about you, Rania?
I think it was tough. I learned a lot, and I was like internally happy.
Internally happy. Wow, that's the kind of jargon I would want to hear. Yeah, that's good. Right? As far as you're happy. Yeah, what about you, Adil?
Yeah, for me, as I said that I've been able to do so many things that I couldn't do. So one thing is like releasing my first song is, I would call it achievement.
Okay.
Finally being able to kickstart. So achievement and learning and happiness, of course.
And Shehzad, what about you?
That is the point.
For me, I guess spiritually enlightening, number one. Number two, relationships got more solid, alhamdulillah. And number three, I was real happy. That's it. I think these are the three things which actually summarize it. What about you?
Okay, so I think spiritual journey was first and awakening.
You cannot copy me. I
mean, it's
obviously, just like that.
Okay. Awakening.
Okay.
And I'm still waiting for the chocolate that Shehzad has promised me.
Waiting,
and I'm waiting, and I think I can foresee that I might not get it in 2024. Okay.
You never know. All right, so you're hopefulness. All right.
Yeah. So trying to be.
One important lesson that you have learned this year.
Okay. I think the few things. First of all,
only one. That's how it is.
Okay, there is nobody's your competition.
Nobody's your competition. You are yourselves.
Yeah, you and yourself only.
Wonderful. What about you, bete?
I would say priorities come before people.
Priorities come before people. All right, we'll talk about that. What about you, Adil?
Yeah, I would say if it's like if you want to do something, just do it and think about yourself first before anything else.
All right, so I think
almost same.
I think you're more about this wonderful active brand, sports brand. Just do it, okay? I'm gonna do it no matter what. All right, everybody be there. All right, moving on.
Because there's a reason. I wasted a lot of time thinking about things rather than doing them. So that's what I learned.
Just do it.
Yeah, just do it. Just
do it. Okay, so once again with you. You cannot talk about your song because we've spoken about that. Unexpected joy you got in this year, other than your first release.
Unexpected joy. Unexpected joy.
Well, anything. You got engaged, you got married, you met someone, something.
Yeah, I got married.
You got married, mashallah. Congratulations.
And one more thing, I've been traveling a lot this year, so that was something I loved.
Which actually gives you joy. What about you?
My growth.
Your growth?
Rapidly, I have, I've got my growth in this year. And beside that, I cleared my goals and I traveled a lot.
MashaAllah, so you traveled a lot and you grew quite a lot as well. Alhamdulillah, that's good. So growth over here in Pakistan most of the time means actually that your bank account is growing as well. Only then you can travel. What about you, Raina?
I would say I focused a lot on my religion.
MashaAllah.
Yeah, and I really looked into it and I really studied it. That's why I think that was really, connecting with me.
Wow, that's wonderful, yeah. Okay, last 2 or 3 questions. One new skill you learned this year. One new skill. Something new.
Yeah, communication skills.
I
can say that I refined myself.
Or is it more like that now you're a
and
good
one more thing
well
that I shifted myself to AI and IT. Because before that, I was just a teacher or an educationist. So being a trainer, now I have learned these
things. So now
you
listen more amazing. And, God forbid, if something that you've heard now kind of does not bug you anymore, because you're a...
No, because spiritually I'm connected too much to my, myself, inner self and all that. So I'm a very peaceful person.
That's wonderful. Peaceful. Raina, what about you?
I learned a lot of skills, but I have to point out one, graphic designing.
Graphic designing, yeah, that's
I
wonderful.
learned it.
Amazing.
And I'm learning Korean.
Korean?
Languages.
Yeah, so can you, because Jungkook is very famous.
Yeah.
Can you say something or sing something in Korean while we're at it? Why not? Can you sing something in Korean?
Sing?
Can you sing something in Korean?
Like...
No?
खुद से language बना लूँगी मैं.
Don't do that. But can you say something in Korean?
Song.
I really don't know right now.
You just learned a new skill and you learned a language.
I'm learning it. I'm learning it.
Oh, you're learning? Wow,
yeah.
wonderful. Adil, what about you?
Yeah, I'm actually still learning, and I'm happy to learn about music production.
Okay.
Music production, and I'm working with one of my colleague. You know him. He's a student of Sarmad Ghafoor, and I'm his student.
Wow.
So his name is Azad, and I'm working with him as a recording engineer and a music producer.
His name is Hazel or her name is?
Azad. AIZAD.
Okay, well, that's wonderful. Best advice that you received this year? Last question. Best advice that you received this year?
Surround yourself with positive people. Those who are draining your energy, please stay away from them.
Yeah, thank you so much. Stay away from toxic relationships. Stay away from toxic people.
And energy drainers, yeah.
What about you, Raina?
I learned that you should really be careful who you surround yourself with.
It's the same. Something different. I'm very sorry.
What about the priority which you have told?
Yeah.
I would say that family and religion always comes first. Sometimes when you are around toxic people, they tend to make you forget about your priorities.
Okay.
And your principles, they make you forget about it, which leads you to do wrong things which hurt your family and your religion.
So stick to your rules. Wow, that's wonderful. What about you, Deep?
Ignore and stay focused.
And learn the art of let it go.
Exactly. So learn the art of let it go, ladies and gentlemen. That's the message towards the end of the 2023 from these amazing people that we have inside the studios, which is why at this occasion, since we've wrapped up 2023, let's move on to Raina. Raina, what are you going to sing for our viewers today?
I'm going to sing Irade by Abdul Hanan.
Okay,
sure,
let's do it.
Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. When you're ready. शुरू. कैसे कहूँ मैं तुमसा कोई कोई ना है तेरे आस पास रहूं.
Wait a minute. It's कैसे कहूँ तुमसा
कैसे कहूँ मैं तुमसा कोई ना है तेरे आस पास रहूं दिल वीरा है जज्बात मेरे सभी तू ही जाने. Oh my god, I forgot.
It's okay. Still learning. You know, that's our resolution for New Year's. Go to learn the lyrics.
कोई ना है आस पास रहूं दिल वीरा है जज्बात मेरे सभी तू ही जाने जितना भी देखूं दिल भर ना पाए कैसा समा है हम तुम यहाँ हैं जाहिर करूं क्या है जो मेरे इरादे तेरे हवाले में किसी बहाने जाहिर करूं क्या है जो मेरे इरादे मेरे इरादे. ऐसे गुनगुनाता रहूं तेरे लिए मैं चाहूं कि मुझ तक रहें तेरी निगाहें. कैसे मैं कहूँ कैसे मैं ये कहूँ असर जो तेरा मेरे दिल पे हुआ है कैसा समा है हम तुम यहाँ हैं दिल की पुकार तो सुनने ना तेरे हवाले में किसी बहाने जाहिर करूँ क्या है जो मेरे इरादे मेरे इरादे.
Wow.
Amazing.
That was a good try. That was a good try. That was a fantastic try.
Mere irade, right? And what are our irade, especially in the 2024? We will talk about it. But before going on to the break, we are going on a break.
All right. Yeah, हमारा भी का इरादा. We're going for a break. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Thank you so much for staying tuned. We're very lucky that we've been joined by people from different walks of life. We're singing over here. We're wrapping up our year. We've been talking about how their year was. But I guess for everybody who's out there, we certainly, you know, Hajra, me, our entire team, we always believe that, you know, that we should always have something for our viewers who are out there, which is why now I'm actually going to move on to Nausheen. And Nausheen, so let's talk about how people really need to plan their next year. You know, there needs to be long-term goals, short-term goals, or whatnot. And before you kind of talk
that in which walk of life or in which path of life you want to go, it means that you're not clear about your goal. The first thing, you have to be clear about your goal and why. Why do you want to achieve? Your why should be clear to you. So I think this is very important. These two things, if clear in your mind, then you can go forward. And there are 3 sections of your life, that is health, relationship and work, where you have to divide them or you decide your goals according to them. That if in relationship, what do you want, how to make them more stronger, your family, your husband, partner or anyone, kids, how you will be with them. And the second one is your work life, your career, your growth, your learning on daily basis, and what actions you will take towards your goal of your workplace or your work. And the third one is, of course, health, body, mind, soul. That is the most important thing. If you are connected to yourself, if you have self-awareness, and if you're connected to your higher self, that is the supreme power, that is Allah Ta'ala and all. You know, if you're clear and connected to it, I think everything is easy for you. And please clean the clutter from your mind, because sometimes we are getting, you know, we are surrounded by some of the situations or people or something that they are just toxic and they are just cluttering
consuming your energy.
And draining your energy. So it's better to clean that clutter and forgive everything and then move to the next year.
Let go and forgive, ladies and gentlemen. I think that, you know, this word itself is something which powerful. Allah loves the most, first of all, I think. And
because He's Al-Ghaffar, right? He forgives, and He has a big reward for those who forgive, and that is why it's important that we forgive. And I think the first thing, the forgiveness starts from ourselves, that we forgive ourselves, because a lot of times I do see that people do not enjoy a very healthy relationship with themselves, with their own selves, and that is why your inner world, your inner experiences reflects your outer realities, right? We think that there is other way around, but it's not at all that thing, right? So, and we need much needed peace and calm in the world which is surrounded by so many wars and which is surrounded by so many distractions. This is what we really need now, right?
And if somebody kind of did hurt you, you know, so I think what I would recommend is that you should forgive him or her, but do not forget what they did, okay? You know, so I think this is one thing which everybody needs to learn, which is why with that, I'm going to move on to Adil as well. But Adil, before I move on to you, now you said that, you know, you really need to kind of focus on your goal, career, and then, you know, your direction should be right. But for an individual who's actually doing a 9-to-5 job and he thinks that his career is going solid and this is where he wants to be, how do you think that he can take advantage of your advice if the next day he's laid off?
Okay.
देखो कि भाई आप घर चले अस्सलाम वालेकुम अभी तो गोल बनाया था मैंने अभी नौशीन की बात सुनी थी बात तब क्या करें
I think 9-to-5 job.
कुछ भी हो, you know.
I think it doesn't affect. If you're writing your goals, I believe on writing, because words have energy, and I do believe on energy and all that. And I'm a person who is kind of a person like, if something is happening and that is creating fear in me, I just write it down and just tear that paper and leave it. That fear went away from me.
Got you. Yes.
So whatever I'm thinking in my life, I just write it down. And if you write down, I have read the research that those people who are writing their goals, they definitely achieve it.
And I think you need to also change your perspective, because if you have been laid down, so instead of saying this is a very painful moment for me, what happened, etc., you need to I think like that, that how will this pain help me in my growth, right? And if you start thinking like that, I think you are certainly going to attract a lot of positive energy, because a lot of time I see this is also the law of attraction, that if you are thinking positively, then you will attract a lot of positivity around you.
Yes, and it's not the end of the world. See, you know, there might be a lot of people who might be looking for a person just like you, or probably less giving you an opportunity to start your own business. There's so many things.
Just write it down and you will see that within 6 months you will start working on it.
Exactly, and that's what we want people to kind of think about as well. But moving.
Shehzad, one more thing.
Go ahead.
Once you will just write write it down, your goal, just make a unimaginary path that you take one step and then second and then third and then fourth, and then you will reach towards your goal.
Exactly. And yeah, so it's the power of manifestation. Think about it. Keep on thinking
I am
about
a
it.
strong believer.
Work in that direction. And Adil has done it.
And super manifester as well.
Yes, exactly. So imagine that, Adil has done it. He wanted to sing. He's released his original song as well. And I guess it's about time that we kind of hear his original, right, Adil? So what's the inspiration behind the song? What is it about? And what were you thinking when you wrote the song?
Actually, I didn't write the song.
Okay.
There was a friend of mine, his name is Qasim. And
those hote na shairana type.
Yeah.
Dil jani jani gaane likh diye. Check kara.
He writes a very good composition. बहुत अच्छी लिखता है और well, I was sitting with him and he sang few lines of this song.
Yeah.
I really by that time relate to that song. So I just loved it and I thought I should do it. So I just asked him if I can do the song. So he said, okay, why not?
All right, let's do it, ladies and gentlemen.
The song is called Nena, and it was written 3 to 4 years back.
Talk about eyes, yes. Yeah. Such will be.
सजोए मैंने संग तेरे साजना ख्वाब सजोए मैंने संग तेरे साजना कोई न भाए मुझको बिन तेरे राजना अब तू ही जिंदगी है तू ही करार है अब तू ही बंदगी है तू ही फरियाद है तेरे बिना मैं क्यों जियूं कि नैना मोरे भीग भीग जावे कि नैना मोरे भीग भीग जावे माहिया वे जब तू मुझे नजर न आवे कि नैना मोरे भीग भीग जावे कि नैना मोरे भीग भीग जावे रांझना वे जब तू इन्हें नजर न आवे कम वक्त इश्क ये कैसी सजाएं हमें बीच रास्ते में दे रहा लोगों की है साजिशें या है तेरी ख्वाहिशें जो दूर मुझसे हो रहा क्यों दूर मुझसे हो रहा कि दूरियां न दिल से पाए कि पल भर भी जिया न जावे मांगिया वे जब तू मुझे नजर न आवे कि नैना मोरे भीग भीग जावे कि नैना मोरे भीग भीग जावे रांझना वे जब तू इन्हें नजर न आवे वो जब तू मुझे नजर न आवे
Wow, yeah, wow. Nana more big jaave, maiya ve jab tu nazar na aave. I think
Gave me
he's
goosebumps.
taken me back into
Newly
he's taken me back into my university days and college days as well, where the romanticism was always on a high as well. And
so what happened now? I think.
Now
Are you saying
now
that?
I'm well settled. That's why.
Okay, that was a turbulent time. Okay, Alhamdulillah. So, Raina, we would like to ask you because you're also writing a book. So, what is it about? Because you're so young and such a budding, I think, oozing energy out in the studio. So what is it about?
It's about the little things that can change your life.
Okay. For example?
It's prayer, meditation, growth, forgiving, the art of letting go.
Right.
All about
how
this.
did you
Preserving
get the
your
inspiration
energy.
for that? Sorry.
Preserving your energy.
Right. And then
I'm into all this stuff.
oh, really?
Yeah.
Here, I would like to ask, I don't think it's the right question or not, but I would like to ask, how old are you? Because
I think she's 13 or 14,
13.
probably.
Yeah.
14.
Mashallah.
mashallah, and
Okay, I think I wanted to ask them this as well, but Nosheen and Raina, are you guys kind of linked to each other or something?
She's my daughter.
She's your daughter, alright. So obviously, ladies and gentlemen, mother like daughter over here inside.
Like daughter.
Because imagine she's a super manifest. What do you call it? Manifester, and then Raina over here is writing a book as well. I mean,
And she is starting her writing skills from the age of 7.
Yeah, Mohammed's an
And,
education.
बच्चों को पार्क लेके जाना था
बस
घोड़ों पे
जी,
बिठाना
वो
था,
मैंने इसको
घोड़ों
इस
पे
पे लगा दिया.
बिठाना.
And she is a regular writer of Medium.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I write articles.
You write articles? Okay, so
on what topics?
Like different topics. It can be review of books or movies or little things I learned.
okay.
And what sort of books do you read?
Yeah.
I read self-improvement books.
Okay,
Did you watch the recent movie Napoleon Bonaparte? Did you see that movie? Okay, otherwise I've asked you for a review as well, but it's wonderful. But guys, since we're running out of time now as well, Adil, first of all, I would want you to kind of, for all our viewers who are out there, kind of talk to them what sort of music, they will be witnessing in 2024. And what is that they should be anticipated and excited about? What are your Facebook, Instagram handles? Because I believe that you have a lot of potential, alhamdulillah, and you will go a long way as well. So go ahead, talk to our viewers, please.
Well, inshallah, my next single is coming out very soon, probably this new year, inshallah.
Yep.
It's ready, video is ready, everything is ready, but from the marketing point of view, my team was waiting for something, and I think it will be released in the first week of
Wow. And which space do they need to follow to kind of get that?
Yeah, you can join me on my social media pages. Facebook is Adil Latif, ADEEL LATIF, and same is Instagram, Adil Latif Official. YouTube is same, Adil Latif. You can follow me everywhere, TikTok, Adil Latif Official. So do share my music and do join me there. And one thing I would like to say that stay away from negativity, and if a goal is even a small, if you think it's a small goal, just write it down. I like that. Just write it down. Or if your phone's wallpaper is a very something that you really do daily see.
Yeah.
So sometime I do, if I want to do something, I just create
It's
a
a daily
wallpaper of that,
reminder
and
for you, yeah.
I put it on my wallpaper
Yeah.
so that I can see it every time, and it's a reminder to myself that I have to do this thing. So
And on this note, I think I've thank you so much for saying that, because I'm going to share it with our audiences. So I've got a picture of my mother,
Wonderful.
so my father, my daughters, and everybody. And the core reason to have it over here is so that every time I see them, I give them a prayer. Ladies and gentlemen, you can do that as well. It's a wonderful message. But one more thing, and that is that imagine that everybody kind of says that we need to stay away from negativity. So bhai, itni negativity aa kahan se rahi hai bhai? So, I think everybody needs to look into their own selves as well. Right. What will be your message for today? So that we actually want Raina to kind of wrap up the show for us with a beautiful song, but whatever your message is, please.
Okay, the thing that whatever you want in your life, just deliver that thing.
Okay.
Whatever, jo bhi chahiye, whatever, respect, pyar, or money, or anything, you just have to give. And then, I think we need compassion in our surroundings, because there is,
we are lacking that, right?
Lacking that, and the second thing is we don't have time. बस हमारे पास time नहीं है, जल्दी करो, जो बात करनी है जल्दी करो. We have to move on. No, please give love. And
be a giver.
Respect.
Be a giver, ladies and gentlemen.
Be a giver.
Love,
Exactly.
money, anything. Be a giver.
And take action for your goals. बैठने से कुछ नहीं होता.
Exactly.
Procrastinator.
All right, I'm gonna go. All right. So thank you so much for being with us, Raina. We're going to come down to you first of all. How do you see? Obviously, we've spoken about it. You want to do more music and whatnot. So if there's anything, if you want people to follow you on your social media, for your book reviews and whatnot, where can they do that? What do you think for the new year? And what are your fans actually waiting for? What sort of music will be coming out? If you're working or planning on that, please go ahead.
Well, I am not a professional singer. I'm not an official
You don't want
singer.
to do it professionally?
Yeah, I'm more into
Writing is good, right? Yeah,
I
will go with that.
Artistic. She has an artistic taste, right?
yeah,
We are
but I
engaging
want to
read.
become a pilot.
Oh,
Pilot
that's
would
wonderful.
imagine.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, I want to become an Air Force pilot because
Wow.
I watched Top Gun, and after that I'm just like
I
I'm
love
crazy.
Air Force. I love Air Force. You know, I actually wanted to be in Air Force, but I didn't pass the exam. Alhamdulillah. So
But it's okay.
But you
I passed
directed
the
it.
exam. I passed the exam.
अब मैं लोगों को अपने प्रोग्राम के थ्रू उड़ा रहा हूँ। हाँ भाई कहाँ जा रहे हो? I think that's one of
I passed the exam, but there was a medical reason. I'm a colorblind person, so they
ये
rejected me.
ज़्यादा अच्छा बहाना है ना? मैं ये क्यों नहीं कहता कि मेरा मेडिकल ठीक नहीं था?
Okay. Okay.
No, no,
So,
it's true. It's actually true.
I knew.
Yeah, it's actually true. But actually, my father is from Air Force,
MashaAllah.
and he was my inspiration for joining the Air Force. And I worked hard. I passed the exam, but at the end,
Even I did, huh?
Yeah.
Even I did. So right now,
that's how it is. You know, Allah ne jo bhi plan, Allah has the
Alhamdulillah.
best plans for you.
ऐसे ही
And
है.
the
So right now,
greatest
very
one.
quickly, because we're very short on time for everybody who's out there, ladies and gentlemen, look after yourselves, prepare, write, you know, be a giver, be thankful. You know, I think these are the things that you need to really
Be
try to practice.
complete.
And what we're going to do is that we're going to request you to sing us a song, and with that, you know, we'll end the show. Please go ahead. For everybody who's out there, ladies and gentlemen, we got to wish you best of luck for the new year, for all the new ventures that you're going to venture in as well. And saal aayega jayega, bhaijan, aap focused rahe.
right. Right. So let's listen to the song.
बताएं.
पहली नज़र में
टाइम बहुत कम है हमारे पास.
कोई भी गा लें आप.
यारो
अलग
ये
आसमान. अलग
आप
आसमान.
गाएं.
कब शुरू करूं? नहीं नहीं है ये बातें वही, फिर इस मोड़ पर हम मिले हैं, न जाने अब मिलेंगे हम कभी, तो रुक जाओ एक पल यहाँ पे, ये नर्म चादरों की सिलवटें तुझे अभी बुला रही हैं, न जाओ दूर इनसे ये कहें सुकून कहाँ पे है हाजिर दिल को मेरे, ये है पता कि मीलों का ये फासला है, अलग आसमां भी है तो क्या ये दिल ना माने, ये गाड़ियों की ऐसी दौड़ सा तेरा भी दिल दौड़ता है, हजार रहे हो दूर तुम तो क्या मैं ही तो दिल का मुसाफिर, तो एक बार फिर तू हंस के ज़रा देख ले मेरी इन आँखों में, मैं कैद कर लूँ हर वो पल तेरा, तेरी ये बातें जो हैं तो और क्या है ये बातें, बता बता